Good luck.
Hey there, Postal here. So today we are doing something a little different. Yes, I'm in my S-199. This is on the EU server. We're in a Tier 6 battle. So this is going to be the first in a series, kind of random from time to time. There's not going to be a set schedule, I don't think. Of just offering best practices. I have no idea what I'm going to call this series, but it is what it is. So looked at the beginning there, saw what we were against, had specialized Spitfire, and so I'm looking at the map. First thing I noticed is, okay, most important sector, this military base in the center. Let's go ahead and head over here. We're first here, so let's go ahead and drop our bombs. So much frickin' flak! God dang. Alright, and so now I see there's some inbound enemies, right? We got this BF-109, we are... Hello? Let's flip over here. And none of my shots hit there. I'm going to blame it on latency, but I am pretty much... I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble for sure. Got a wing knocked out, so even adding my... maneuverability there isn't going to work, so I'm going to try to take this out before I die, because I'm going to die. But luckily, apparently I set that guy on fire, and he actually died, and him dying while me taking out the last of the ground targets there flipped the center. So, by golly, we are somehow alive. Cool, take advantage of that, and go for the heavy fighter that's right in front of us. So, this video is on map awareness. That whole time I saw there was enemies inbound, I saw what was inbound, and made a decision on what to go after. In this plane, you want to take out the maneuverable planes first, because you can handle, you know, the BF-109s and the Spitfires are dead. I have a much easier time taking out something like this ME-410. ME-410 should not have started turning, he should have just been going straight. But instead, he's going to turn and he's going to offer himself up and allow me to kill him. So again, paying attention to the map here. We see we've got some inbound planes, and I've got to make a decision. What do I need to kill? Well, the inbound planes are bombers and GAs, so I'm not having to freak out about, you know, a Spitfire coming to get me or anything like that. So let's just use our guns. We're not going to stick with him in that kind of situation. We don't want to completely negate our airspeed. There's nothing for me to really worry about right now, but there is an inbound plane. So I'm paying attention to that as well, and making sure that it's not something that I need to be desperately worried about. As I'm going to get the GA, I saw that guy had less hit points, so I thought it was more important to take him out. And then we move on. We see that there's some guys on top of us. What's more important, the human or the bot? We need to take out the human, especially in the Spitfire. If we can take out the Spitfire, we can do anything we want to an FW-190, right? Or Hurricane, or whatever the hell this is. It's a Hurricane. Let's take out the Hurricane now. So that's what I mean by map awareness. You can't just say, okay, this is the enemy that I'm taking care of, this Hurricane 2, and make it into a one-on-one engagement. Because it's not. There's enemies moving in, there's enemies moving out, there's friendlies moving in, there's friendlies moving out. Now, you can't control the friendlies. Let's take out this bomber here. You can't control the friendlies, but you can assume what the friendly is going to be doing. So, if there's a low health enemy and you're you know, better used against a different enemy, you know, you've got the higher altitude fighter, well, let the lower altitude fighter take care of this other guy. So, that's kind of supplemental. You can only really control, though, yourself and your engagement with the enemy. So the paying attention to the friendlies is kind of secondary. And we've got a whole hell of a lot of people inbound here. And so I need to not just get into a furball, because I'm in an S-199. So we're making sure that we're going up high, and we're actually staying away from all those planes that are down low. And we're taking care of this guy. I want to go ahead and get the air base. Now that we've got the military base, let's work on getting this air base. And we're just, again, we're putting ourselves in a position that allow us to succeed, rather than getting us into a position that we're going to be at a disadvantage. I always remember something that Jingles says is never be in a fair fight. So we're way above this Spitfire. Now we're able to come down on him because we've taken care of the things that were up high. And again, we're just paying attention to what's on the map. Right now, in my head, I don't want to lose this military base. If we lose this military base, then we're going to potentially lose the game just because the military base is so important. But again, I'm not just focusing on this IL-2. I saw that there was a multi-role above me, or somewhere, and so I saw there was a multi-role, and I decided, okay, so I need to take care of him. If I take care of the IL-2, but let the F4U get behind me, I'm toast. And so I saw where he was on the map, and I made him the priority, took him out, and I continued on my way. And now I'm taking care of these GAs like nothing. I mean, the freaking ground attack plane at tier 6 it's crap, right? It cannot defend itself. You know, not just going in a straight line anyway. And not if I put myself in a position to avoid everything that can possibly hurt me. So again, we're paying attention to the map. That bomber is going to be a pain in the butt, but we got to take care of the Beaufighter first. In a multi-role, sometimes taking care of bombers isn't even a possibility. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Thank goodness for Soviet bombers, because they are low altitude compared to the other nations. Paying attention to what's around me, friendlies. I don't need to get rammed. Now we're all moving in on this PE2. And you'll see I'm completely to the opposite direction of that airbase that I was initially going for. But you have to change your tactic on the fly. You get it? It was a pun. But that's what's going to win us this game. I don't know where the Spitfire and the BF-109 are. I don't know where the enemy heavy, the only one I've seen is the Beaufighter. They're all focused on these inconsequential sectors, and they're allowing us to focus down and defend this sector properly. So now we will be taking over the airbase just because we've got the military base attacking it. Alright, so squall line. We got onesies coming in here, so I can focus down this ground attack plane because it's the only thing that's really an issue. Got some friendlies here, so it might be wasting time getting this guy. Nope. Tap, tap, tap. Get those 20 mil cannons to be hitting hard. Alright, got a PE2. And the game's going to be over pretty soon, right? We've been up 3 sectors to 2 for the majority of the battle, and sometimes we were even up 4-1. So you see there, I tap the map. I see what's inbound. I'm going after this bomber. It's the closer thing. I know there's a heavy fighter inbound. I gotta watch out for my friendly. But the heavy fighter is not, I know where he's at. I know where he's coming from. I don't need to, freak out about him. Let's get on him again. Can we get him knocked out? Toasty. Again, I just tap the map. I mean, you can always see what's inbound. You see that there is something inbound. But I tap the map and I see, well, what is it? Is it a fighter? Is it a heavy fighter? Is it a multi-role? And we make a decision based on that. So this was a pre-recorded battle. Let's go right into my real-time reaction. Whew! Well, that's one way to own a battle, I guess. Let's head on back. So we were able to get 16 frags there, 18,000 personal points, a bunch while defending, a lot more while defending than capturing, obviously. But that's what was needed to win that battle. I gotta give a GG out to our ME. And, oh yeah, their ME did pretty darn well as well. But at the end of the day, the reason we won that battle wasn't just my skill set, it was map awareness. And you've got to determine, well, what's the more important sector, but you also just in general on an interaction by interaction basis paying attention to what's going on, not just in front of you but behind you, around you at all times. It's just quick glances down to the bottom map, allowing me to determine, okay, do I continue to attack this plane that I'm attacking, or do I veer off and intercept a plane that's inbound? Do I get off the plane that I'm currently attacking to put a quick pulse into another plane because it's on such low hit points? I want to just knock it out and be done with it. Am I going to the wrong sector, or do I need to change my strategy because suddenly everybody's at another sector that's more important? When I was about to when suddenly everybody was in the center sector, I was like, nope, gotta head back there. So you've got to be paying attention to the map. You've got to be making those kind of decisions that are going to be best impactful to the overall team, and usually best impactful to your overall personal points. I honestly don't play, for the most part, I really don't play for personal points. I play for the win. And if I'm able to squeeze more personal points out of it, then so be it. You've seen me plenty of times where I'm like, well, I'm going to go to this garrison instead of this important sector because I know I'm just going to own the bots. And, so I'm going to slow play my hand and squeeze personal points. But I'm still going to win. My goal is still to win in that situation, right? I know I can beat those bots in that one-off situation. In this kind of situation, there's a lot of humans. I'm not messing around with that. The EU server, I'm still not 100% used to it as far as the skill set is concerned. The more I play it, though, I realize it's the NA server. It's all the same thing. People aren't paying attention to their maps. The better players are paying attention to their maps. The better players are diving away. Once they start getting hit, they're not just continuing their Spitfire in a straight line, or their BF-109 in a straight line. They're diving off into a different direction because, they understand that it's more important to stop what you're doing to live than it is to try to get a couple more hits before you die. And so, that's something that I'm seeing in all servers, or the 2 servers I've been on anyway. But map awareness, man. Map awareness can put you in a position where you don't have to worry about diving out of the way. You don't have to worry about dogfighting or out-turning somebody or out-speeding somebody because you've paid attention to the map to put yourself in a position to not have to use your speed to get out of trouble, to use your maneuverability to get out of trouble, because you never got in trouble in the first place. And that goes a hell of a long way. Most of my planes, a side note, especially fighters, I build them. It doesn't matter that the extra equipment I put on contributes to their engines getting knocked out or to them catching on fire. Guess what? I pay attention to the map as much as I can, so I avoid getting hit in the first place, so I don't have to worry about catching on fire. So I don't have to worry about my wings getting knocked out or my engine getting knocked out. And if I'm not getting hit in the first place, if I'm the one that's dictating the interaction, then I can boost the other components of my plane. I can boost the gun's effectiveness. I can boost the engine's effectiveness. And if I'm able to do that, then I'm just having my plane be a better plane as long as I'm avoiding taking those hits. So I just really want to drive the point home. Map awareness, map awareness, map awareness. It's something that I put to the forefront of my brain. It's kind of something it's always on in the background, especially when I'm on the NA server. It can be in the background because the latency is nothing when I'm on NA. The latency is noticeable on EA, and as such, EU, and as such, I'm paying more attention to the map, or I'm more mindful of paying attention to the map because I know I'm going to have less time to react because of that latency, that those extra milliseconds. That they can, the enemy can take advantage of. So I just want to pass that along. If there's one skill set that will separate you, that'll help you, it is paying attention to the map and determining what needs to be done. Sometimes you need short-term pain for long-term gain, meaning you stop shooting the plane in front of you to keep yourself alive and be alive longer in the long run. So I hope this game was enjoyable, but I also hope that my mentality when it comes to map awareness is helpful. I help give you some advice to if you kind of feel like you've hit a plateau. Maybe it's map awareness, maybe it's something else. But map awareness is just one of those things that, for me, it seems to be an issue across servers. So Yeah, I'm gonna put that in your forefront. Put it in the forefront of your mind. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video, and honestly, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.